Hi, my name is Mel Burgess.
And I am a proud Meshian, a proud father of 2 daughters, Michaela and Hannah, and a proud husband to my loving wife, Camilla. I am grateful for my family's encouragement and patience as I have had to put life as a dad and husband on hold at times to work through my courses. I work in the Cowichan School District teaching upper-level science and computers to adults. Student ages at my school range from late teens to our oldest students who are in their 90s. Students at my school return for various reasons. They return to school to learn how to use a computer to navigate the internet and practice use of email. They return to upgrade a course they need to get into a program at college. They return to graduate from high school to apply for that job that will provide them and their families with a better life and a better future. 2 years ago, at the beginning of my MET experience, I came across a quote from Schwein describing what he calls habit and skill learning. Learning requires practice and the willingness on the part of the learner to be temporarily incompetent. As I began my ETEC courses, I noticed how the beginning of each course seemed the most challenging. I was suddenly incompetent. I had to learn the layout of each course shell, the calendar of projects and deadlines, as well as the expectations of our educational leaders. Over time, I reflected how each course flowed like a song. Well, more like taking part in writing a song, because each one of us learners, as part of a collective, a community, had the opportunity to add his or her own flavor and create something similar yet different. Each learner had the opportunity in collaboration to offer insights and individuality in the framework of the course, that is, the piece of music we were creating. And like music, each course was different, with different cultural narratives influencing the environment of learning. One could say that each course represented a unique genre of music. It is in this light that I have constructed this electronic portfolio, my EP, titled The Anthology. My metaphor for this EP is explained as a guitarist writing music in a band. I chose this metaphor because music and playing guitar is something I can relate to. Learning, teaching, and music are all passions of mine, and I believe there are many parallels between being a guitarist in a band and being a learner within a cohort of learners. Let's take a walk while I discuss these similarities. When starting out as a band, you need to become comfortable with each band member, and this was apparent in each ETEC course I took part in. One of the first tasks in each course was to introduce myself and to become familiar with my colleagues. The leaders of the band, our professors, designed an atmosphere where band members would feel safe to share ideas and build knowledge. Feeling safe with one another meant we could then move forward and participate with confidence. I believe that the transformative process of learning can only happen if there is a sense of familiarity and ease with whom we are learning from. Our educational leaders were careful to direct participation as mediated action, participation as distributed cognition, participation as situated activity, and participation as goal-directed. Once the band has become familiar with one another, it was time to begin the process of creation. Most times this process was fluid. Learning through inquiry has been an emphasis within the MET program and has forever changed my pedagogy. I now see how students are best served if they tackle problems situated within their cultural reality, within a collective, and build knowledge and skills through scaffolding. Constructing knowledge lies at the root of this process. Learners are led into intriguing problems and then guided through professional support. However, they are not simply given the answers to problems. I believe that the challenge to educators is to develop the guiding questions situated within student interests and then to carefully support their efforts. At times, all songwriters will get stuck. I believe that anxiety can block the path to success for many learners. Educators must find a way to help students break through their anxiety and begin construction of knowledge from a position of connectedness. This connectedness is essential to overcome barriers and build upon intelligences. In my experience within MET, a community of learners, a band, can rely upon each other as a resource. The masters of music, our professors, can be called upon to guide and give influence. When I felt anxious or lost, my band and my professors were there to support me. They offered ideas and insights and gave me the space and time to reflect. Reflection and feedback is key in development of our song and imperative when we feel lost. When motivation wanes and we feel like throwing in the towel, support from our community can reignite drive and creativity. We also need to be familiar with our audience. Knowing how our song will be assessed can help those who are new to the process build confidence, and those who are already masters develop a true hit that will reach the top of the charts. Assessment from professionals, that is, members of our band and our learning community, will provide the formative feedback which creation of a memorable track demands. We now have a path towards creating our song. The song begins. Having a map to find our way can help, but may not be essential. Sounds that work well together are established. Lyrics begin to flow. Investigations into sound and songs continue. A quest to find meaning with words and sound means trial and error. However, using prior knowledge of music, we can begin to tap into our skills and bring in the tools we need to make progress. The songwriter hits a block. Learning is stymied. Along all avenues there is feedback. All journeys into new territories require signals that we are on the right path. We search for signs, we look for clues, we ask for help. Time to reflect helps us to situate progress within a developed time frame. Feedback from one another and a community of invested individuals helps refine the process. A song has been created. A celebration of learning and creativity is upon us. Now it is time to share, and the spaces in which we share are expanded. We post, we tweet, we blog, we connect. We are everywhere all at once while we sit still in the basement or on the subway or in our car. All it takes is a few swipes and taps upon our magic pocket devices to connect to everyone we know and everyone they know. The song flows from devices globally, and we dance and sing along in the shower to the background singers while we play air guitar. The songs which I have participated in are framed within this musical metaphor and are collected by year. Each year is described as a side of my album. Hence, side 1 will lead you to all songs developed within my first year, and side 2 will reveal songs created my second year of my MET experience. Because each song was so distinct, I carefully selected a genre which I feel suits that particular course. You'll find an explanation of why I chose each genre on both side 1 and side 2 pages of my EP. As an example of the power of inquiry, the walk we are taking through the streets of Paris was an exercise in learning in itself. I live in Shawnigan Lake, BC, Canada, and have been to Paris only once before, which was 12 years ago. My French is very broken, and I had to navigate solo from our rented apartment in the Northwest District across Paris to pick up a rental car. I had never been to the rental location, yet I managed to use my tools and skills to find my way. These were 2 maps which I had picked up the previous day, a printed address of the Sixt car rental company, and a Garmin navigation system that would help me drive the car back to the apartment. I had to be resourceful and look for clues along the way, such as signs and landmarks. This was my feedback. At the end of my journey, I was stuck, and I had to enter the information center at Gare de l'Est and ask in French where to find the Sixt car rental company. This was relying on professionals and community resources to lead me from my zone of proximal development to guide me to my destination. With the right tools and supports, one can accomplish difficult tasks. I won over my anxiety. Being temporarily incompetent ended up fueling my confidence when I was successful. I believe this is our goal as educators, to build the confidence in learners by allowing them to take risks, helping them up when they fall down, and celebrating their goals when they achieve them. I hope that you enjoy your visit to the anthology as much as I have enjoyed my MET experience.